You don't need more money. You need a better mindset. You see, everyone wants to be rich. Everyone wants the freedom, the cars, the house, the lifestyle, but very few people are willing to do the one thing that will actually get them there. Develop a mindset that attracts success. Most people get caught up in the dream of wealth. They see people with millions and think, if only I could have that life. But the truth is, the millionaires you see didn't start with money, and they didn't get there by focusing on the money. They focused on something much bigger. They focused on value. They focused on growth. They focused on becoming the best version of themselves. And in doing so, the money came. And that's the mindset you need to adopt. Here's the first thing you need to know. Millionaires don't chase money. They chase value. They chase mastery. They chase impact. Money is just a byproduct. Most people want to be rich, but they don't understand the key principle behind true wealth. Money follows value. You don't get rich by trying to get rich. You get rich by creating value for others. And value doesn't come from working harder. It comes from working smarter and becoming an expert at something that solves problems for others. You want to be a millionaire? Start thinking like a creator. Start thinking like someone who isn't trying to get something, but is focused on giving value, giving service, giving excellence. You see, the people who become truly wealthy don't sit around waiting for luck to hit them. They go out and create their own luck. They create it through consistent effort, learning, and always pushing forward. The key to success is consistency. Not one big lucky break, not one moment of genius, but every single day. You need to build habits that compound, small actions that lead to big results. The millionaire mindset understands that success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's about putting in the work when no one's watching. It's about the late nights, the early mornings, the failures, and the grind. Most people give up too early. They think success should come quickly, or that if it doesn't happen fast, they're doing something wrong. But the truth is, if you quit, you'll never know how close you were to success. The key is persistence. And persistence doesn't come from motivation. It comes from a mindset that says, I will not stop. I will not quit, no matter how long it takes. You see, most people fear failure. They see it as a roadblock. But failure is not your enemy. Failure is your best teacher. The millionaire mindset understands this. Failure is feedback. Every time you fail, you learn something new. You discover what doesn't work, and you use that knowledge to build something better. Failure isn't something to run from. It's something to embrace. Every successful person you've ever heard of has failed more times than they can count. Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. They didn't get to where they are by avoiding failure. They got there by failing forward. You want to be a millionaire? You need to stop fearing failure and start using it as fuel for growth. And every time you fail, you need to ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I improve? Motivation is temporary. It fades. It comes and goes. But discipline is what separates the winners from the losers. Discipline is what keeps you going when the excitement fades and the grind gets tough. The millionaire mindset is built on discipline. It's about doing the things you don't feel like doing. It's about making the hard decisions now so you can live the life you want later. It's about delayed gratification. If you're only working when you feel motivated, you won't get far. You need to develop the discipline to work when you don't feel like it. Because discipline is what leads to mastery, and mastery is what brings success. A millionaire doesn't just wake up and work for the sake of working. They have a vision. They have a clear purpose that drives them forward. If you want to make millions, you need to have a vision. You need to know why you're doing what you're doing. You need to know where you're going and what you want to achieve. Without a clear vision, you're just wandering. With a vision, you have direction. With direction, you have focus. And focus is what brings success. Now, I want you to think for a moment. What's stopping you from becoming a millionaire? Is it the lack of resources? The lack of opportunities? Or is it the lack of the right mindset? Here's the truth. You don't need anyone's permission to succeed. You don't need more money, more time, or more resources. You just need the right mindset. The millionaire mindset is about unlocking your potential. It's about focusing on what you can control and using what you have to its fullest. You are capable of more than you think. But to unlock that potential, you need to shift your mindset. You need to believe in your abilities. You need to believe that success is inevitable if you keep pushing forward with the right mindset. You can change your life right now. You can become a millionaire, not by chasing money, but by developing a mindset that attracts success. Master the skills, embrace the failures, stay disciplined, have a clear vision, and never ever stop growing. Because when you adopt the millionaire mindset, success isn't a dream, it becomes a reality.